Mr. Speaker, there are a lot of things that we do in this body that we kind of wonder why we do the things that we do. But this is one thing that I see is an absolute must for us to act upon. You know, we see in the news every single week, every single day, the threat of ISIS and terrorism upon this nation. But I say that one of the greatest and most detrimental threats to our nation and what we face today is a deficit that is so large, so out of control, that we literally face economic collapse within this nation. And I fear for the children that are sitting in this gallery that want to achieve the American dream and want to have the great things that our forefathers had put forth. But because we've had a nation that has been so out of control and so out of touch with reality, they are spending money that we don't have, and we are putting our nation in a crisis situation that is almost to the brink of saving. So that is when we, the states, need to stand up and say to the federal government that we have got to get this in balance. We have got to fix this. Because we know the federal government isn't going to act and limit themselves. And that's exactly why our founders put into place the Article 5 Convention. That way, if a federal government becomes too intrusive, too overbearing, and too out of control, that we, the states, can implement a policy and an amendment without their control to put a stop to their abuse. And Mr. Speaker, I fear for my kids' well-being and our nation's well-being, and terrorism is horrible, but I see the biggest and greatest threat to our nation and our ability to thrive as a nation of this crazy debt, $20 trillion. I mean, that is insane. I mean, I can't even comprehend that type of number, and I don't believe anybody in this body can actually comprehend the amount of debt and how out of control we really are. And if we do not do something, I fear for what will become of this nation. So for that, Mr. Speaker, I hope the body, regardless of your political affiliation, I hope we stand and do the right thing to really put in balance checks and balances within our federal government. So thank you, Mr. Speaker.